Military veterans possess elite technical training. They operate nuclear reactors, maintain advanced aerospace equipment, and manage complex logistics under extreme pressure. Yet inside university science and engineering programs, they are almost entirely absent. This chart shows the prior laboratory experience of applicants to a veteran STEM program. Look at that massive blue slice. Nearly 91% of incoming military-connected students report having zero prior lab experience. University research operates on a rigid track. Professors look for undergraduates who already know the basics of lab safety, pipetting, and data collection. Without that specific academic resume item, veterans get filtered out before they ever touch a microscope. Higher education has historically failed to provide a translation runway for these non-traditional students, effectively locking them out of the research ecosystem despite their technical aptitude. Most universities attempt to fix this gap with low-stakes interventions. They offer a weekend resume workshop or an isolated career panel. These attempts provide no exposure to an active research environment, leaving the core barrier completely intact. The Veterans in STEM program, or VSTEM, takes a different approach. Operating out of UCLA and East Los Angeles College, this initiative bypasses standard academic prerequisites. To bridge the experiential gap, institutions must place veterans directly inside working laboratories, rather than lecturing them on how to navigate a university. The program achieves this through a quick-to-lab fast track. Military-connected students bypass the usual academic waiting lines, accelerating past the introductory theory. They are immediately embedded into high-stakes geosciences and green STEM environments. They put on the goggles and start working. On day one, these scholars learn tangible physical skills on the job. They execute environmental testing, handle raw data sets, and master complex laboratory mechanics. They aren't running textbook simulations. They apply these skills to real-world environmental problems, studying things like the economic impacts of wildfires on military bases or analyzing critical minerals. Phase 1 proves that practical application forces a student to adopt a scientific identity far faster than sitting in a lecture hall. But dropping a student with zero lab experience straight into an elite university research center introduces a massive risk of imposter syndrome and academic culture shock. To counter this, VSTEM relies on a vertical mentoring model. It acts as a structural safety net. This framework pairs incoming participants with graduate students and alumni who share their military background. These mentors act as cultural translators, decoding the unwritten rules of academia. Providing a desk in a lab accomplishes nothing without this social infrastructure. Vertical mentoring ensures veterans do not just survive the pressure of the environment, but feel a genuine sense of belonging within it. This document outlines the VSTEM framework. In the Year 2 column, the objective shifts to advanced, self-directed research. In this phase, scholars lead experiments, analyze datasets, and prepare to defend their findings at the CDLS symposium. Alongside the research, the program enforces rigorous professional planning. Mentors guide the scholars through graduate school applications and direct them toward immediate careers in the green STEM sector. By the end of this phase, the inexperienced outsider has evolved into a high-level scientific contributor. The results of this structured pathway are concrete. Early VSTEM cohorts have successfully graduated, transferred into four-year university programs, and secured civilian scientific jobs. The success of these graduates proves that a lack of prior research exposure is a solvable structural barrier rather than a personal limitation. The global demand for green STEM talent to solve climate change and resource scarcity makes these academic runways a strategic necessity. The exact traits forged during military service, a relentless mission focus, and rapid adaptability, and complex teamwork under pressure, are precisely the characteristics required to solve global environmental crises. By replacing institutional barriers with structural pathways, universities convert military service into a specialized asset for the next generation of scientific discovery.